Mom and Dad is a movie starring Nicolas Cage, which presents a world where one day parents decide to kill their own children. I said that right. Basically, it's like 2015's Cooties, but instead of the kids trying to kill the adults are trying to kill the kids. Well, actually, they're trying to kill their own kids. They don't really care about any other kids whatsoever. They want to kill their own offspring. So, yeah, this is a movie. I saw this trailer a while back, and I was really interested. The idea just kind of caught my eye, and it was Nicolas Cage. So I really felt like they got the right guy to play the father in this film, and they did. They really did. Nicolas Cage is a gem in this. He's crazy as ever. This film was directed by Brian Taylor, who is one of the directors for Crank and the director for Gamer, and it really shows because this film is edited very weird. It has a high shutter speed, and there's a lot of handycam motion. There's a lot of rushed cinematography, and the editing is very glitchy as well. There's a lot of static effects, and that was very reminiscent of Gamer. And this kind of has the same kind of tone as Crank and Gamer, where it's a lot of inappropriate humor. There's things in this film that happen that are just out of this world and almost very cartoonish, even though it's live action. It doesn't take itself too seriously. I mean, there is a plot, but whenever it's trying to not shove the story down your throat, it's actually trying to be like this really visually entertaining, zany film. Like I said, there's a lot of humor in this that is just very reminiscent of like cartoons. It uses visual, physical pain in order to convey its humor. It's very dark humor. If you go in this film like taking it seriously, you're going to like really hate this, because there are actually things that happen in this film that pertain to kids and kids getting killed by their own parents. But if you go into this thinking, okay, this is just a film, it's just for laughs, then I think you're going to be like really entertained. This is honestly like just something to watch. There's not a whole lot of films coming out this weekend. There's like Den of Thieves and 12 Strong, films that I just wasn't really looking forward to. I will watch them, but I really wanted to watch this because of Nicolas Cage. And by God, Nicolas Cage is the highlight of this film. He just has like this weird presence, and even before he turns into this dad that wants to kill his kids, he's a really weird dude. He's like a creature. Like you're so interested in him. He does a lot of things that are so not human and just so inappropriate. Like he sees that there's like this accident that has occurred on TV where this mother left her baby in the car and the car was hit by a train, and he's talking to his son at the breakfast table and he mimics the accident using toy cars. And it's like, dude, do you even know the difference between being appropriate and inappropriate? So it was things like that that happened throughout this film, and I couldn't take it seriously. It's just like, damn. I also enjoyed Selma Blair in this film because she's basically kind of the other parent who kind of grabs an understanding of what's going on, and when she realizes what's going on at first, she still wants to go and cater to her children because she thinks she's still in the mindset of a mother. But then she goes to her children and she realizes she wants to kill them. So it was kind of cool seeing that like there was still that mindset of her that wanted to protect her kids and wanted to like make sure that they were all right, and kind of just catering to them using that motherly instinct. But once she gets to that household, she wants to totally kill them. And like I said, there is a plot, but that really isn't the most important thing about this film. The film is more of a visual piece. You just watch it to watch it, just to see what is happening to these kids and how these parents are killing their kids. It's just a horror film with really dark humor, but there is kind of a plot that I really appreciated that they put in there, and it pertains to parents growing up and essentially kind of feeling that midlife crisis. Like, what if we didn't have kids? What if we just kind of were just by ourselves? What if we could live our lives without having to be parents? And I kind of understood, but I didn't agree with it, why these parents kind of had their own little mindset as to why they wanted to get rid of their kids. Not just because there was this like thing going around the world, but because they have like this midlife crisis going on. So there was a little bit of subtext as to why this was happening. In terms of the movie itself, there's some problems with just the editing. The movie's an hour and 20 minutes long, so it's very short, and I think it has a hard time telling its story just with the amount of time it's given. There's a lot of flashback sequences, and I don't understand why they couldn't tell this story in chronological order. They have to insert these flashback sequences in order to tell the audience how this character got a gun, how this character feels about this particular person. It just feels like really forced, and I feel as though we could have just gotten these scenes in chronological order. There's a lot of moments in here where it showcases like 3 weeks earlier and stuff like that, and that can kind of hinder your film a little bit, and it's just better for your audience and your film itself to put your scenes in chronological order. It wasn't bad, it just wasn't the best way to tell your story, but I understand it's an hour and 20 minutes long, but at the same time, this is your own movie, so why did you make it an hour and 20 minutes long? You could have made it longer. I don't know. But overall, guys, I really enjoyed this film. Like I said, there just wasn't a whole lot out this weekend, and I decided to rent it off of iTunes and give this a shot. Nicolas Cage is entertaining even when he's a terrible actor, and I don't know. This was just a weird film. Don't go into this like taking it seriously. Just go into it just to watch a crazy, zany film, and there's definitely some enjoyment out of it. I really enjoyed Mom and Dad. Is this like the best movie of the year so far? No, this is weird. This is really weird, but it's a really cool movie if you're really into Nicolas Cage freaking out, and this is what I got. I got my money's worth, so yay, Nicolas Cage. Like I said, this film really knows what it's using, Nicolas Cage, and it utilizes him very well. So yes, guys, that was my review to Mom and Dad. Comment down below what you thought of this movie. If you've seen it yet, like the video, share it, and please subscribe to Pixel Talk if you haven't yet for more movie reviews, trailer reactions, and gaming content. Thank you guys so much. I am Corbin Stuckey, and this is Pixel Talk.